Welcome to the next video from the Primal Handyman channel. I'm John. Today I'm going to do a little follow-up video for my mite washes. I'm going to go ahead and wash some of the hives that I didn't wash. It's been 16, 17 days since I was in the hives. I'm going to go through some of the ones that didn't get washed last time and see how they're doing. If need, I'll do whatever I need to take care of those bees, because I really enjoy having the bees here a lot. See if I can get this smoker lit. To me, the bees are the greatest asset you could ever have on your small farm or homestead or whatever you want to call it. They don't require a tremendous amount of effort. You've got to protect them from the bears. Other than that, the only other predator they have is folks that might use a pesticide in their garden or yard, which where I live here, that's not really a problem. I believe they've gotten into something. Now, I don't know if it's a native plant that was bad for them, because I mean, I've had times where I went out in front of the colonies and there were just certain colonies had just a big batch of dead bees laying on the ground. I hate to see that, but I don't know what you do. I believe most of my neighbors are pretty organic style gardeners, so I don't think they use any pesticides. Now, I did use some diatomaceous earth. I quit using it. I decided, you know what? The vegetables have to make it. If the bugs are too bad, I'll just give up and grow things that don't. And that's what I did this year. I grew tomatoes, potatoes, green beans, carrots, and it seemed to work for me. And for some reason, we've had a different year this year here in the Ozarks. It was cloudy, cool, wet, rainy. We haven't had a lot of hot weather. Today's supposed to be in the mid to upper 90s. I might have said earlier, it's the 28th of August. Tomorrow they're predicting rain, and then we fall back into the 80s for the next few days. So we'll see. But I did pull about 4 those tomato hornworms off my tomatoes this morning. I'm not overly worried. I've got more tomatoes than I can almost stand to eat from those 8 plants that I have out there, if there's even 8 left. It's hard to tell. The green beans kind of took over and have covered them up, but they're still, I guess, getting enough sun to make some tomatoes. I watered them this morning. I figured that would be a good omen to get the rain to come tomorrow. I'm hoping for some rain for the plants. Get this old smoker lit and going, and go out there in that bee yard and see what's going on. But that's kind of what's happening here in the Ozarks. Early summer was wet, cool. The plants didn't do a whole lot. Late summer, they're making a lot of vegetables. It got warm enough that they could go ahead and grow. And then the beauty is we get some cool nights to help them set blooms real good. So it was like a real good combination here in August to get the garden going. And so I'm kind of happy with what little garden that I've got out there. Normally do a lot more, but I decided this year to put more effort toward the bees. And as I've talked about in earlier videos, I started with 6 colonies in the spring, got up to 17, back down to 14. Some of the queens cells didn't take. The queens didn't come back mated. Who knows what happened? An insect got them when they were out flying. They got lost. No telling. Anyway, I'm gonna mess with this smoker and get it lit, and then we'll go on out into the bee yard. It's gonna be a nice day to work bees. Nice warm mid to upper 90s. The bees are out foraging like crazy, so they're doing their thing. I've already popped a couple lids and they didn't even look at me. They're too busy doing whatever they're doing to be bothered with me. We'll see what's going on in those colonies. There was a piece of burr comb there, and it really, when I tore that, it really pissed them off. They stung me, got a couple stings there. We'll just let them calm down a minute and they'll be okay. All right, it's been a few minutes now. So I think when I lifted the top box off and that piece of burr comb broke, I think it just chapped them because they got a little upset and stung me, but that's okay. A couple stings on the leg, no big deal. Well, I'll talk about the state of my bees after going through all of the colonies today that hadn't been gone through in the previous mite wash session. Most of them are pretty good. This one here has 4 mites in a wash. This one has 10, 12, 0, 6. This is a really bad hive here. 27, 9, 2, 8, 0, 3, 2, 5, and 4. So earlier I videotaped some of this, but it was in the mid 90s and the camera kept turning off, so I don't know what I got. But anyway, I wanted to at least post the progress with the bees and where I'm at as far as everything goes. The mites kind of concern me. That one that's got a heavy mite load, I've got some stronger toxic poison in there that I hate to put on them, but when the mites are that bad, I don't have a choice. I'm going to go ahead and hit them with that, and I don't know if it's all that bad. I can't put it on when it's hot outside. It's got to get cooler, and we're getting a cool front blow through tonight, and the next few days we're supposed to be in cooler weather, so I'll open them up and give them one of those harsh treatments to get those mites knocked down. I may give it to that one with 10 too, but the 27 for sure is going to get one. I'll think about it, what I'm going to do. Most of the bees seem like they're in pretty good shape as far as food stores go. Some not so much, so I'm going to have to start feeding some of them. Other than that, we're going to start heading into our fall season, so everybody needs to be fed fairly heavily and made sure their mites are down as low as I can get them, and get ready for winter, which is the hardest time of the year for a beekeeper, is to get the bees through the winter. at the end of the video, where I'm at right now, I'm gonna go over and we'll walk through the garden area. I didn't plant a lot of garden this year, but what I did plant, I'm kind of happy with. I did a little video way back early last spring. It was still cold that day, about my garden tubs, and I haven't posted anything else. These are my carrots. The strawberries, they didn't make any, but they look really nice. The horseradish, it don't look so good, but it never does this time of the year. It's more of a cool weather plant. These are the green beans and tomatoes. They made a lot of green beans. Now, I hadn't watered them real good, so they look kind of dry. I watered them this morning. They'll probably look a little better in the morning. And the tomatoes have been making lots. I've been eating a ton of nice fresh tomatoes off of there. Really good. The beets didn't do very well, and this row back here did okay. I mean, these here had hornworms. See, there's one right there. No, that's not. The hornworm ate this one real bad. The tomato hornworms came in late this year. I've never had them in August. But you could see, they're not the really beautiful tomato plants, but the tomatoes are really good to eat. So, and I've gotten who knows how many pounds of those I've eaten. And the green beans just keep making. Maybe next year will be better, but can't really complain. Got plenty to eat. Just didn't have real beautiful plants. The bees were really gentle today. If you watched the video, as you have, I worked them in shorts with no hood, no gloves, no nothing. And I think I got stung maybe 3 or 4 times. And one time is where I lifted a box and there was some burr comb and the bottom frame stuck together, and it caused a little boom and upset them just temporarily. But I let them settle down. I just walked off for a second, let them all settle down, walked back, and everything was fine. That's not uncommon when the weather's like this. It was still, it was hot. The bees are busy doing their thing. They don't have time to mess with you. Anyway, if you stuck with me to the very end, thank you very much. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.